So UFOs are real and inflation is not real. Yes, that is what is going on now in mainstream media, coming from the government as well. There are videos of UFOs being spotted. If you by any chance see them around me, please let me know so I can seek shelter immediately. Federal Reserve presidents are coming out and basically saying it's not what you see when it comes into inflation. But if you are, I guess, awake enough to do see inflation, like, when you go to fill up your gas tank and it's basically doubled in the last few months, then don't even worry about it. This is just temporary, right? I guess the word is what they use, which you all know, it's transitory. So that's the word for the decade. Why do they need to hide inflation? I mentioned on the latest video I did, it's because the government is broke. If the CPI percentage, the consumer price index, is actually correct, which would be probably over 10%, it's what Shadow States by John Williams show, then they would have to increase the percentage for Social Security. They can't do that because they're broke and it's too obvious. Another big one is the GDP. All these bureaucrats, obviously, when they are in office, Republican, Democrat, whoever, they have to make sure that they continue kicking the can down the road because they don't want to take the blame if any big sell-offs that last a longer time actually occur under their watch. So they continue working with the Fed Reserve to suppress interest rates, to make everything look, it's basically artificially propped up. You all heard this before. This is nothing new. So the GDP basically percentage would be completely different if the CPI was correct. So those two big areas are the main reason why basically the government has to have inflation percentage hidden away from you, just like many other things are. But UFOs, they're not hidden, they're out there. And if, like I said, if you see any while I'm driving, please let me know. And also I would suggest you run for safety immediately as well. Just imagine all the hysteria when most people now find out about this. Look what happened with COVID. We don't need to go into that, right? So yeah, that's why I continue talking about gold, because I know what gold has done historically during inflationary times. Bitcoin, we have no history what it did besides right now. Bitcoin sold off over 50% since the mainstream news came out and basically said the inflation is running hot. This looks like it may not be transitory. We could have a problem here. So what happened? Gold starts to go for the last 2.5, almost 3 weeks, up a couple of percent, basically every day. And Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies just get smashed. Now, what Bitcoin is going to do, is it going to hit that $100,000 and stay around there? That would tell me, well, that's different, because right now, like I said, inflation is official, even though the Fed Reserve tells you it is not. You're just looking the wrong way. I guess you need to look elsewhere because you don't know any better, right? You need them to tell you, or me, or whoever. No, you don't. You all know what's been going on. You that have been following this blog, I've been preparing myself, preparing my family, preparing you for the inflation. It is here, and I'm sticking with what always worked the best, which is precious metals, especially gold. I am speculating in the Canadian natural resource right now. It's my big play. CNQ is the stock ticker. This one is also a good dividend paying stock in case the market sells off. I always like to hold these blue chip solid stocks because I believe they will not drop as much as other stocks. And if they do, I believe they would recover much faster. So CNQ is my new play. I will keep you posted on Twitter when I'm exiting it at the new America 77. Take care, and we will talk soon.